I did say I wasn't going to play this today, but here I am. I guess it's because I have a very long day tomorrow, and Souls game ain't exactly what you should be playing when you have a lot of stuff you got on your mind you have to do tomorrow. Work. It's not really a stress reliever. So I gotta do a lot of stuff at work tomorrow. Um, but at least I don't have to stay there all day. Probably about 5 hours just to do some cleanup work. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm playing this. Typically I would play Bloodborne, but this is just as good. Continuing on the story, evaluating the game from beginning to end, characters, behaviors, fleshing out story, transitions, moments, shots, perspective, design of the windows, design of the environment, how things were in previous games compared to this, how they still hold up, the acting, the voice acting, body movement, anatomy, so on and so forth. I typically do this to their games because, sometimes they go up and sometimes they go down in regards to what they're doing. This game, I believe, is a budget issue, so it's not going to be like yesterday. I'm just going to go mainly into the story, and I'll talk every now and again if I see something that's relevant. I'm not going to speak a lot on this one. Only if something is important. Only if something is important will I actually comment. I think I did most of that in the previous two videos. But if something is like stupid or doesn't make sense or not realistic, or the time for which they have to kill or the pacing is taking too long, then I'll probably comment on it. This one is just going to be an easy playthrough. Probably do this for about 2 hours, go to sleep, and then pick up tomorrow Warframe and Bloodborne. Yeah, definitely going to do Bloodborne Warframe tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure I get in as much as I could get in on this, so I don't have to touch this tomorrow.
God damn, I'm brilliant! What's through here? Hear that?
Wonder what these are. Hey! Oh. Oh, God, that's so much better. I guess I just needed to rest it for a minute. I think I'm okay.
We found a shortcut up the hill.
I really need you to stay where I say.
You got it, Mr. Dumet. We're all here now. Let's head on. Everyone stay under the watchful eye of Mr. Dumet, please. Kate. What do you think?
A summer camp from hell.
Whatever. We're gonna find out what's up his sleeve before too long. Don't worry about that.
Coming or what?
Uh-huh.
You afraid of heights?
Maybe. Yes.
Oh, shit! We're all gonna die!
Just go.
Oh my God, relax, Mark.
Ooh, that's serious drop. You good?
Oh, man. Just, give me a moment.
All right. I'll send a search party if you miss dinner.
Where is everyone?
Apologies, they're all city folk. Come on, let's go. We're losing the day, people. This, wow. Mr. Dumet, this... place is magnificent.
Yeah. Maybe this won't be a waste of a weekend. Hello. Wonder who you are.
What are you doing?
I saw a little girl. Up there.
Maybe Maybe it's your one fan. And now she's lost forever.
You're such a dick.
Everything in here is fragile. Please be careful.
Man, this is brilliant.
Whoa.
Look at this. It's amazing.
This is intense.
Would you all mind signing in at the desk, please?
This isn't everything.
I'm sure the rest is almost here. I'll make sure it gets to your rooms.
Kate's makeup case is slowing it down.
Erin, cigarettes.
Blue backpack.
Settle in, and I'll meet you all at dinner. At 8.
Mr. Dumet, I cannot say thank you enough times. This is truly fantastic. I told you all this was a good plan, didn't I? I told you.
Oh, there you are. Busy, busy, busy. You've been out and about all day, and I have to sit here worrying. Gone all day and not a word from you.
This is my door. Oh!
Sorry. You're jumpy.
Oh my god. I think I peed a little.
How did you not hear me coming?
I don't think we're the only ones here.
What? Kate saw a little girl looking out a window at us when we were outside.
That's who I saw. A little girl.
Mr. Demet probably has family, a staff, maybe friends. Who knows? That said, this place does give me the willies.
It's unique.
Were you singing?
Oh, yeah, that's my being scared song. This is my don't be scared song. Sing it and I won't be scared long. Doesn't really work.
I bet.
181. I think I'm around the corner.
183? This is me.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck out there. Don't get lost. Scream if you need me for anything.
Thanks.
I got you.
Nothing to be scared of.
Actually, hey,
Yeah?
why don't you hang a second while I unpack, then I can help you find your room? Something about this place makes me want to use the buddy system.
Yes. Thanks. I'd end up lost, probably.
Just Just a hall, dude. And here we are.
Well, it's, cozy?
Cozy is fun. If we have to double up like last time, we'd be married by morning.
You talk in your sleep. Not sure I ever told you that.
Sure. What did I say?
Actually, it was just a bunch of incoherent swearing.
Oh, I was awake. I was reading Kate's social media posts. Ugh, that bitch.
Okay, don't hate me, but she's been kind of nice to me. I mean, I think she's more upset about Mark than she lets on.
Lies. She's a robot.
Where's the bathroom?
Wait, what?
Old school.
Gross school? What if I have to pee in the middle of the night? Am I gonna walk in on Charlie sitting on the pot?
Guess that means there's no minibar either.
Shows what you know.
What is that?
Wine, genius.
I feel like if we start drinking, Charlie will find out. And lecture me and make me feel like an asshole again.
Yeah, he does that. But we're not on the clock. Not until we're rigging to shoot.
Which is hard to do drunk.
I'm not suggesting we get full-on hammered before we work.
Why are you doing that?
I'm thirsty. Also, you're cute when you're worked up.
I don't... Cute? You think I'm cute? Oh.
Got a stick on my own if you want to share lip cooties.
Thanks, but I can find mine.
Where'd it go?
It's all the way against the wall. See it?
You okay?
Shit.
You trying to scare me now?
No.
Revenge? Because good job. Since when did you have asthma?
Since I was born. My meds are good. It's normally not a thing. I just need to be more careful of things like dust and pollen and getting the shit scared out of me.
I'm an asshole.
You didn't know. It's fine. Promise.
You sure?
Sure. I'm sure. So, yeah. Cozy. You gonna try that? And now you're poisoned.
It's not that bad.
You're not lying?
It's piquant. Decent vintage.
Sure.
I'm getting oaky undertones, a hint of citrus. And I want to say a strong, healthy amount of moldy sweat socks.
Oh my god. I hate you. You are such a liar.
Oh, sorry. The wine is trash. Totally lied about that. Really?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, what I said earlier. I didn't mean to make you feel weird.
Yeah, it's just... We work together, and Charlie is always on me about being more professional, and...
I get it.
No, I mean, I'm not saying I don't appreciate it.
Aaron.
Or that I don't think you're cute, too. It's just,
What are you doing?
oh my god, Oh, you bitch!
I'm just fucking with you. I wanted to kiss you for months. I just was scared to make a real move. Oh, sorry.
Who is that?
What the fuck, Charlie? You just standing there trying to listen in?
What? No, I was just about to knock.
What do you want?
Did I interrupt something?
No, we're just talking shop. We're worried about the power grid handling all of our gear.
Yeah, yes. If this place is running on a generator, we need to know what it's putting out.
I don't care what you guys are doing.
Then why are you lurking?
I can't find my room, and I need a fucking cigarette.
These funny shapes are numbers. They go up and down in order.
Thank you. I've just been down there. Look, give me 10, then we should get a rough plan for getting our first shot.
We have all evening. Can't we plan after dinner? I'd like to chill for a minute after the trek getting here.
I want to be shooting after dinner. You've got 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll be down in a few then.
Oh, Erin, I checked my blue bag. No cigarettes.
That's where I put them.
Come and show me. Maybe one of us is colorblind and doesn't know what a blue bag is.
To be continued, then?
Yes, definitely.
Good luck finding your rooms.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Where the hell are they going?
Well?
I'm looking. Oh, Kate wanted you to have this.
Breaking down walls, navigating the maze of anxiety. Are you fucking kidding me?
I think she thought it might help with your stress, or...
Absolutely not. I'm not stressed, okay? Do I look fucking stressed? That was rhetorical.
Well, your cards came out nice enough.
Oh yeah, embossing. Makes a huge difference.
You old guys love business cards. Old school. You old school guys.
I also put it on heavy stock and did the logo in foil. Damn. I should have had one ready for Mr. Dumet. Did you find them?
No. I swear I put them in here. I don't understand.
Jesus. Check the other bag.
Didn't you already?
Just look.
It's only clothes and, this. Notice of eviction. The studio?
I paid the studio rent out the wrong account and the check bounced. It's nothing. I just have to use another. It's fine.
So you're saying not to worry?
Worry about finding my bloody cigarettes.
They're gone, Charlie.
Gone? Just like that? Are you saying somebody took them?
I don't...
Actually, I can see Kate doing that. Or Jamie.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Let's just get on with things. This place is massive. Surely there is a pack of cigarettes in here somewhere, even if they're ancient.
You need them that bad?
There was a bar off the lobby. There must be cigarettes in the bar, right?
I mean, technically, it's...
Okay, so the objective is to keep this guy's overbearing behavior down and cynical behavior down, but to make him determined and to make him less careless. He has all types of bad traits except determined. But it's overbearing and carelessness, the one I'm trying to avoid. So decisions associated with carelessness and overbearingness, those are the ones, like if he becomes too pushy, it might become overbearing. Or if the pushiness is a representation of determined, then I select determined. So for right now, determination is in the forefront. As long as I'm not being too overbearing. I mean, I don't mind being determined. But as long as the content doesn't lead in overbearingness, I should be fine. Because if he's too overbearing, he's going to start making careless mistakes. So I should watch out for careless decision-making and overbearing decision-making.
It's not legal to smoke in bars, so...
Come on, we're checking. If you find them first, all will be forgiven.
Okay, so that's the reason for his heavy breathing. I thought there was something off about the reason why this guy breathes so heavily. There was no indication at the beginning why he breathes so heavily. He's a cigarette chain smoker. That's why he breathes heavily all the time. It's not a fault of the game. Just small paces of walking increases his breathing a lot, simply because he's a smoker. So I originally had this game at a 5.5. And I kept it at a 5.5. 5.4, 5.5. That's where I left it off at. So I'm going to give an additional point. I'm going to cross off that negative comment I made on that last video about the breathing makes no sense. It makes sense now. It makes sense because there's more context. There's a reason why he's breathing heavy. So I'm now at a 5.6 with regards to the game. Now I'm not sure how that's going to factor into the game. The purging of individuals from this building, obviously. But this book is stated to related to religion. The killing of priests. This guy going on a massacre, killing priests. What does that have to do with this building? Probably nothing. But the killer probably read this book and probably thought it was a good idea that it was maybe divine retribution in order to do certain things. But in this book, the tyrant started to kill priests, so it kind of goes against the whole idea that it's something against deal with something more heavenly bound, a duty given by God. If you're attacking priests, it's kind of reverse of that. So that this book might not have anything to do with it whatsoever at all. Might just be the name in the front, or the fact that the youngest person has come up with a desperate plan to escape with the help of lifelong friend. The youngest perfectee came up with a plan to escape. Kill them all, God will recognize his own. This killer might believe it's his duty to kill everyone and let God sort everything out. But in the book, who you're supposed to kill are priests. So that doesn't make sense in regards to this killer in this hotel. Maybe something that has to do with the front name of the book. T.S. Hartley. Maybe T.S. Hartley is the person who's doing the killing in this building or in this mansion. Or T.S. Hartley is related to this person. More context on T.S. Hartley probably is going to show later in the game. Who knows? What does it say here at the bottom? Is that Hillwood Publishing? Is that at Hillwood Publishing? Don't know. Alright. Don't know what that factors into the story, but at least get some context of. You could surmise something might be going on in regards to mass killings here. Might have something to be with divine retribution. Might have something to be with a way to escape. Everything in this game, in these Dark Pictures game, are kind of hints of what you should do or what you should avoid. And that's another thing too. That book that's on the ground. There's no indication that it was left by the previous person that was in this room, or that these people brought it. So there's no context on that yet. So this was an envelope that was given to this gentleman in 2022 at 10 a.m. It was posted and sent 2022 at 10 a.m. Probably received it 3 days later, or 4 days later, depending on what day it was sent. And the post office. It doesn't say anything about next day delivery, so. Plus Lynette Entertainment is what they're part of, what they are, and the location 165 W Chicago Avenue. Just their location. No relevance to the game, other than where they used to work, or where their studio was set up. Maybe they left information with regards to where they're going at this place.
It's my spare cap.
Exactly the same?
Well, it suits me. What's weird about that?
Yeah, that is weird. Typically, when someone has a spare cap or something, it's because the cap that they originally have is worn off or wear down and doesn't look good anymore. But to just have a spare cap just on, on layaway or on detail, just in case you lose the one you have, it's kind of paranoia. Yeah, this guy's kind of weird. And yeah, he was listening at that door. He could have came up the door, heard, and then knocked on the door. Instead, he decided to stay there for a while. Something tells me he probably likes this girl. He's too old for her. Fortunately, he's not smart enough to, because he's overbearing and because he's cynical, he's a reclusive. Typically, reclusive people aren't really overbearing, but it depends on the circumstance.
So, I know you said it wasn't a thing, but that bank notice...
You're fixating, which normally I applaud, but not about this.
I mean, you'd tell us if we were in danger of losing our jobs, right?
It's television. Everyone is always in danger of losing their jobs.
Sure, but...
It's fine. Erin, please. I've squared it all with the network. We're still working on this final episode, and they're paying your salary, not me.
Well, but...
You have to let this go. We're fine, Erin, okay?
Breaking down walls. So this killer probably is, at least the book, I'm assuming, is probably something that this killer has read. Probably walked by these corners more than once, more than twice, several times. Probably based on the person that he took it from, or bought it, or whatever, or killed the person and took their book. The fact that it's lying on the ground doesn't seem like something that a killer that set up a whole chain of events in here would just drop on the floor. But it would be something that he might have read. J.P. Hunter. And this killer probably does have anxiety. Lots of it. So let's say in comparison to the other book in this book, the other book is about trying to kill everyone because you believe it's something that has to be cleared out, weed out, like an infection of society or something. And then this one is about dealing with anxiety. So very much a sociopathic killer. But everyone has anxiety, but depending on the amount, that's the difference. Like if your anxiety is like a maze, then that's a problem. Because if you can identify your anxiety, that's one thing. But if you have a maze of anxiety, then it's like you're trying to find out which one is the one that you're directly trying to find, but it's locked amongst other anxieties as well, or scattered amongst scattered amongst others. So you're trying to find it. So if it's scattered amongst others and you're trying to find it, and that could be the issue with this killer. Could be scattered brain, but not in as stupid scatterbrain as in he doesn't know what direction to go. Even though he could set things up and plan, he doesn't actually know what direction he's going in life. He's just doing things as part of a deed or a purpose. Okay, so these things are all called bearings. Hold your bearings. So, for the girl that has birth control issues, she has to hold her bearings. So I have to watch out for a situation that might ignite her need to use asthma. If she's shocked or if she saw something that would trigger her asthma, then she'll be identified. And this might also be something that I should keep from the others. So not to trigger any type of emotions from everyone else.
You've got to be worth something.
Okay, so this has obviously been done to other people before. By the same guy, Dubois. He lured people in there, he leaves them there, he takes off with his daughter. So he's fully aware of what's going on in this building. And I guess he doesn't mind his daughter being seen by these people or by anyone because in his mind, these people are already dead. So he's not worried about they're going to call the cops or authorities or anything and identify him based on how he looks. And his nervous behavior is that he don't want to stay on the island longer than he has to, or anger the person who's actually truly in charge here. And he is the architect of this place, so he says. That if he's the architect, the true architect of this place, building this place, he's obsessed with this place. Well, he's not the person obsessed, but the person that hires him is obsessed, and he's the architect. So he gets an idea of what's going on here. In fact, I guarantee he knows. So why does he keep working for this person? Because this person probably is going to kill him if he doesn't work for him. He knows probably where he lives, so on and so forth. So Mr. Dumet is kind of a coward and an accomplice to a murderer. Why is this relevant to Matt's architectural business card? It's not even a business card, it's just his name and the word architect on it. Why does that even exist? How is that a business card? It just has his name and the name of the place. How is that a business card? When you have a business card, it will say your name, what your profession is, and how people locate you. There's no location and indication of how he can be found whatsoever. And that's a clue. Okay, if that's a clue, where is it? I don't see it. These are all secrets. Can I go down? There's no down, no up. So he took a business card, and it's called a clue, but there's no menu for clues. It's just secrets, and it's not here as a secret unless I'm blind and I'm not seeing. It's very poorly done menu system. They really took a cheap route on this one. Hopefully the story is good. Everything else don't seem to be that good. Chain smoking isn't good. Him breathing heavy all the damn time is going to give away his position when it comes to scares.
Hey, Charlie. I was hoping next season maybe I could do more with the sound design, more creative stuff.
Erin, what you already do for this company is very valuable to us.
Carrying your bags and picking up your laundry.
Absolutely. To get ahead in this industry, you have to pay your dues. Show you're ready to muck in.
I think you should get an assistant.
An assistant?
Oh, it was just a stupid idea, Charlie.
An assistant? A personal assistant?
Sort of. And then I could help out with the editing.
Pardon me? The editing?
The audio mix. Look, I just think you've got so much to give, so much experience. And it's an opportunity to pass that knowledge on.
Right. Yes, I suppose it is. And an assistant wouldn't lose my cigarettes, would they?
Exactly. So, do you still want to direct movies, Charlie?
I am directing.
No, but I mean real movies. With a big budget and big stars.
Erin, there's something important that you have to understand. In the work that we do, the very important work, the truth is the star.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, Charlie. So you don't want to direct movies?
Can we move on from this?
So he just wants to direct documentaries of real life events and stuff. Recording documentaries. In other words, he doesn't want to deal with the pressures of directing things that he has to invent himself or associate with individuals who have to create something and then he direct it. If the event already happens, then all he has to do is get the information and then direct it how he wants to play out the information. But creating something, no. It's more of I'm more interested in real life events and reality than fiction. Even movies that are based off real events are still movies because they're based off real events. They're not actually things that are happening. So he just likes to do documentaries. It just says that he's a limited director because he only wants to go to a certain level, like 50%, I would say, and then stay there. The other 50, he doesn't want to invest in that. Interesting. So at least once a month, this person invites a group of people here. And once a month, 5 individuals come to this place, are lured here, and they're killed. A full month would be more than enough time to cover your tracks, clean up blood, dispose of bodies, get rid of things. Well, what's fascinating to me is like, okay, so this has been going on for quite some time. So you're trying to tell me that all these people that were lured here are people that individual who probably don't have family members or friends that worry about them. Let's say for hell's sake that every single one of these people, brothers, sisters, cousins, friends, wives, so on and so forth, aren't associated with anyone else. So if they ever go missing, no one would care. Like if a husband and a wife and a child are together, invited to this place, they don't have any family relatives that would be alive in order that would miss them or would care or would call for them. That would make sense. But they can't all fall into that category. This person will have to be very meticulous to actually look at the background of each of these individuals, which I highly doubt this person does that. So I would say this is one of the failings of the game. There's no way every single one of these individuals are completely unassociated with others, friends, family, cousins, that wouldn't come looking for them if they've been missing for more than a month, or ask where the last place they were. And there's no way if the police, let's say for hell's sake, police have come to this location, finding out if someone was here, there's no way that information about the second 5 group of people did not go to the police. And they once again have come to this location. So this hotel has popped up twice, I'm assuming, within the police precinct with regards to missing people. Because there's no way. Let's say the first 5, nobody cares. But the next 5, one out of those next 5, someone would become looking for them or asking about them. So if there's no context in this game with regards to at least one of these people have gone missing and the local authorities have called with regards to all 5 of these people, 5 missing in September, 5 missing in October. If there's nothing in this game with regards to any of these people missing, stated whatsoever, I don't buy it. It's different from our little camera crew people here. They all don't really know each other. They aren't related to each other. But the last person said his wife and himself and I believe brother or something, relatives, Kurt Hall, Cecily Hall, Thomas Hall, they're all related to each other. So they have family members. Pretty sure, unless they're unassociated with other people, then that would make sense. But there's no way. That cannot consistently happen for the first group of 5 people, maybe, but not again for the next group of 5 people. If it's not explained throughout the game, at least one person come looking for them after they got missing. I call bullshit on this game. So far, the eerie atmosphere is good, so I'll give it another point for that. So I'm under 5.7 right now. I like the silence. I like the silence of the hotel. I like the eerie atmosphere. I like the fact that the gentleman ran to the boat and took off. So something bad is about to happen. I like the building of the tension. So I like the atmosphere of design of the atmosphere of the hotel, the enclosed hotel, and the rooms and the silence. And I also like how the pacing of the story is going so far. Not the pacing as with regards to them trekking to get into this house, but pacing as with regards to the actual scenes, the cut scenes, not me running around like this. That will take forever. But if you were to eliminate the gameplay and just play the cutscenes of the film, of the game you film, then pacing seems fair. So I would say, yeah. So far, I love the atmosphere. Atmosphere so far, I like how things are going, regards to the story and pacing. If nothing happens, which nothing has happened yet, it's simply due to me moving the character around. When the cutscene does pop up, things are happening. When I'm interacting and I'm moving characters around, nothing happens. So nothing is happening yet because the tension is going to slowly build. At least that's what I'm assuming. Hopefully that's the issue. So I'm at a 3.7 right now, like I said.
Hey, maybe Mr. Dumet is in the back office. You could just ask him about cigarettes.
I suppose I should be thankful it's just my cigarettes that are missing and not our gear. Jackpot. Erin, I found the key.
Why don't I go check for a gift shop or something? I've already had one asthma attack today, and this dust farm is exactly what I don't need.
A gift shop might have cigarettes.
Exactly.
Atta girl.
That's the second discrepancy. Unless she ran through up those stairs and through that door, that's not good. The time frame for which he stood here and for which she left was nothing more than like 3 or 4 seconds, not even 5. But I'm not going to take it away from the game for that. That's not something that big a deal.
Hello? Mr. Dumet?
You know, I'll follow her to the
Hello?
gift shop. Where's this gift shop? So what I'll do is, I'm doing my own thing. I don't know what she was talking about gift shop. I don't see any gift shop. This is the lobby here. There's no way to get through or in any of the doors. Their luggage is here. Wait, let me look at top of this door. Private. Okay. The rooms are up there, so gift shop wouldn't be up there. Thing on this door. So she saw a gift shop. What gift shop? I don't remember there being a gift shop in here. Because there probably isn't. And if there is one, it's probably behind one of those locked doors. Which, how did she get into those locked doors if I can't get in? Like when you make a game, you have to make it to make sense. Allowing access to something when it's decided to access something, it doesn't make it realistic. It just makes it when you want the viewer or the player, whoever, to access that thing.
Good morning to you all. I'm Chester Bell, Assistant Director at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. At approximately 0530 local time, a team led by Special Agent Hector Monday and supported by law enforcement officers conducted a raid of a motel room just outside Birmingham, Alabama, to apprehend Manny Sherman, the man known as the Beast of Arkansas. Using state-of-the-art psychological profiling techniques, Special Agent Monday and members of his task force not only identified their suspect, but predicted his movement with unerring accuracy. I'm delighted to say, we have our man. Good morning to you all. I'm Chester Bell, Assistant Director at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. At approximately 0530 local time, a team led by Special Agent Hector Monday and supported by law enforcement officers conducted a raid of a motel room just outside Birmingham, Alabama, to apprehend Manny Sherman, the man known as the Beast of Arkansas. Using state-of-the-art psychological profiling techniques, Special Agent Monday and members of his task force not only identified their suspect, but predicted his movement with unerring accuracy. I'm delighted to say, We have our man.
Okay, so Manny Sherman was a serial killer. He got caught by the cops, the FBI, and he's detained. So this person inside of this hotel read about the serial killer who was detained by the FBI, Manny Sherman, who was actually committing crimes in hotels. So let's say, for instance, Manny Sherman is the killer here. Did he escape? Did he have an accomplice? Or is this something of the past? Am I playing characters in the past? But if I'm playing characters in the past, why am I reading a newspaper about a guy that's been captured in the future? No, these are events of his capture that happened in the past. So it can't be Manny Sherman because the newspaper's here. Or at least Manny Sherman was captured before this newspaper was sent here. So the person who's doing this now can't actually be Manny Sherman unless Manny Sherman escaped. And if Manny Sherman escaped, then obviously the killer is Manny Sherman. But if it's not Manny Sherman, it's someone who is idolizing Manny Sherman. His accomplice, maybe. And what does Manny Sherman has to do with... See, the thing is, I'm trying to figure out the overall story for Pictures Anthology. What does this killer have to do with what happened on the boat in Manamadan, or in the town of Little Hope, or in House of Ashes? Did the archaeology stuff they found in Saudi Arabia, he found that, removed that, and then put it on a ship, bad stuff happened, and then after he got it off the ship, he settled in the town of Little Hope? And is that person who was an archaeologist, was that Manny Sherman that found those things? Or was it the person that's in this building right now, the killer? Because if it actually was Manny Sherman who did all those things, and the reason why those things happened in Little Hope and Manamadan and everything, then who the hell is this person doing this if Manny Sherman is already captured? Is he this person who is the killer, is this killer the main bad guy? Or the overall story? The one that taught Manny Sherman all this stuff? Or is Manny Sherman really the main bad guy through the entire series? This person is just continuing his legacy. Or maybe it has nothing to do with Manny Sherman or this person in this building. And the main person responsible for those 3 games before this one has some link to this hotel and to the events of Holmes, what Holmes did. That dig site was in 19-something. Holmes committed those crimes in late 1800s. And Holmes was captured and killed, just like Manny Sherman. Probably was captured and probably going to kill. So this person either knew Holmes when they were young or slightly younger than Holmes. Probably in the 20s or something. Probably survived Holmes. Decided to, traumatized by it, start to become unstable. And then found the stuff in early 1920s to 30s. Or, I'm not sure when that dig site was. Found it lived in Little Hope in the early 20th century. It wouldn't be Manny Sherman. It was based on the newspaper. His face was pretty young. This dude who lived in Little Hope, who probably knew Holmes, would have to be extremely old by now. Unless we're talking about a fountain of youth situation. So yeah, Manny Holmes can't be the guy that's responsible for what happened in that ghost ship in Man Medan or in Little Hope. Unless he can't be responsible. Because that dig site in House of Ashes, that was way before Manny Sherman's time. Otherwise, Manny Sherman would have been an old guy they showed in that picture who was a murderer. And this newspaper is more recent. So let's say that this person that found all the stuff in that dig site had an accomplice. And that accomplice was Manny Sherman. Manny Sherman would have to be a teenage boy. But still, early 1900s to like now times? No, he would be an old man by then. No. So it can't be Manny Sherman. That caused the events in House of Ashes and in Little Hope and in Man Medan. Can't be. So maybe this person in this hotel is simply a copycat killer of what they saw Manny Sherman did. That's what I'm going with. Manny Sherman has nothing to do with what happened with Man Medan or Little Hope. He's too young, and the person in this hotel probably is the same way too. Is a copycat killer of Manny Sherman. Well, what does all this have to do with associated with Holmes? This killer is just fascinated with Holmes. And what does Holmes have to do with Man Medan, Little Hope, and House of Ashes? Because if they just picked a serial killer to attach these individuals to the reason why that stuff happened in House of Ashes and Little Hope and Man Medan is because a serial killer who was fascinated with H.H. Holmes. And if a serial killer was fascinated with H.H. Holmes, Manny Sherman would then be fascinated with that guy based on Manny Sherman's age. Because it can't be Manny Sherman. Manny Sherman will have to be old as hell if that's the case.
Good morning to you all. I'm Chester Bell, Assistant Director at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. At approximately 0530 local time, a team led by
Look at those
Special Agent
vehicles.
Hector Monday and
Those
supported
vehicles
by law
are too
enforcement
modern.
officers conducted
So
a
these
raid of a
detectives aren't
motel
like
just outside Birmingham, Alabama.
these detectives aren't old school detectives.
A man known as the Beast of Arkansas.
Yeah, Manny Sherman is way too young.
State-of-the-art psychological profiling techniques.
Way
Special
too
Agent
young.
Monday and members of his task force not only identified their suspect.
He's way too young. Even if, let's say, he's 40 or 50 years old in that image. 40 or 50 years old. 50. Let's say he is 50 years old. 50 years going all the way back into the 20s. Like, say, that's 30 years. 30 years of his life. That's still, I mean, based on the time frame of what we're talking about, 21st century. No. You would have to be really old to be part of that dig site in House of Ashes. And even to be living in Little Hope. I mean, maybe Little Hope is a different story. Maybe Manny Sherman moved to Little Hope and caused a lot of stuff there. But for the person who stole the stuff in House of Ashes, that can't be him. He could live in Little Hope but it can't be him, the one that found that stuff in the dig site. Those people were from 1910s, 1920s, or something like that. He would be old as hell, so he couldn't have been there. Maybe he found something. But if I remember carefully about House of Ashes, someone took an item, someone who was the cause of what happened there, took the item and brought that said product from the aliens or something into society and caused whatever happened in Little Hope. So that person can't be Manny Sherman. Maybe Manny Sherman found it after the person put it in Little Hope, but he's not the person that caused the events there. There's an individual that caused the events of House of Ashes to then affect what happened in Little Hope. I mean, based on the information I think I know of regards to that game as well. And that person was on the ship before they went to Little Hope, which caused the events of Man of Medan, found in the grave sites of House of Ashes. So Manny Sherman will be young as hell. He would be way too young. I don't think he would even be in his 20s by the time that person got on that ship and went back to live where they have to live. He would be in his 20s if the person one day decided to pop up and live in Little Hope, and Manny Sherman was also living in Little Hope at the time. So maybe, let's say for instance, this real killer, the true cause of this, had Manny Sherman as his acolyte. I'm going with that. Manny Sherman was the real bad guy of the story's acolyte. And then this guy here, who's the killer, if this guy isn't Manny Sherman who escaped, who's in this building causing all this, then this is another copycat of Manny Sherman.
Wow. An animatronic. Ha! That's
what will
amazing.
it be, Mr. Dumet, sir?
I'll have a packet of cigarettes, please. A packet of cigarettes, please. Hello? Hello? A packet of smokes. Figured it was too good to be true. Never mind. Thank you, Robo Barman.
Certainly, sir. Whenever you wish.
No fucking way. Thank you very much, my mechanical friend. Much appreciated.
Now, there is something I noticed right away. All these are connected to each other, which means all of these events are connected to a killer in one way, shape, or form. However, these two aren't connected to the killer, or aren't connected to events that associated with the killer. Every single one of these are linked to each other in some way, or in some way, shape, or form. But this is independent. These two aren't linked to anything, as well as this one and this one. So the real mystery, well, is who's the killer. But at the same time, unless this is a mishap by the people who created the game, this actually means something for them not to be linked to anything else. Being independent. A woman who had a shoe and due to running or in a terrible situation, maybe chased by the killer, lost a shoe. But she's not linked towards any of these things. So if she's not linked towards any of these things, the event of what happened to her might not be associated with killing. The event that might happen to her might simply have been an accident, unassociated to the killer. That's what I'm going to go with. Probably events that probably made him a killer. But then that would link him to the killer. So this might just be an accident. Same as this and this. Okay, so the architect is Mr. Dumet. But these people probably were interior designers. Miss Kelly Schroeder. Yeah, they were probably part of the process of making the hotel look as realistic towards how it was supposed to look in the past. Heartfelt condolences. The accident that befell the skeleton crew on the lake was nothing short of a tragedy, and I, in part, felt responsible. felt responsible. Accident befalls skeleton crew on the lake. In honor of them, I have spent past 7 months applying finishing touches to the hotel. I'm proud to say that we are almost ready to open. So Miss Schroeder, after the accident, probably took off with the rest of her crew after whatever happened. And Mr. Richard Belknap was able to finish up the rest of the touches to the place. Please allow me to extend my sincere gratitude. Invite you yourself and the rest of your team to join me for a grand opening. Okay, so they help with the creation of the hotel. So who is Mr. Richard Blacknap? What is that? Blacknap? Is that his name? Blacknap? So who is Mr. Richard Blacknap? It's not the Met. It's probably the guy that hired the Met. Okay, so she let some of her crew workers come over here, her skeleton crew, to do work, and I'm assuming that skeleton crew consisted of 5 people as well. Killed them. But it says here, it was an accident that befell the skeleton crew on the lake. It's nothing short of a tragedy. So they probably died not by the lake whatsoever at all, but that's how it was set up. Because it would be hard to actually, state that all of them died by different ways. So the easiest way to make it seem like they died is their boat crashed, a lighthouse was damaged or something like that. Kind of like the premonition. Yeah, and when she was probably invited here, and probably killed her as well. So, nice little way to get rid of everyone who was responsible in creation of this place, so that no one would ask questions. How they die, where they are, who's associated with this. But like I said, it doesn't make sense in some ways. Like, you kill this many people, eventually someone will come looking and investigating. So if the skeleton crew got killed off, someone from that skeleton crew will come looking for them. And if Ms. Schroeder and her people who came to grand opening got killed, someone will come looking for them. And then those people who were in the hotel invited, eventually someone would find this place and realize something has been happening at this place. So, suspense of believability. I don't believe it. That many people dying and no one comes to this place to actually investigate. Giving some lame ass reason to the cops. No.
Yes! Yes! Of course it wants exact change. Damn it!
So let's say Miss Schroeder and her team were the same as Mr. Mr. Charlie here and their team are about to get evicted, so on and so forth. They needed money. Maybe these are all, everyone that's been invited here, from the people who stay here, the families, the wife, and these are all people who have financial issues, so that if they disappear, no one would care. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Eventually, amongst one or two of these people, someone would care. So that part of the story has to be tied up, and it can't be left empty, and it can't be left convoluted either. They have to make sense, otherwise this game will be a failing.
I don't suppose you've got any spare change back there, have you? Thought not.
Now I'm trying to keep Charlie alive. I'm not making careless mistakes, because he's a careless person. So if I open that chest drawer, it could be, it's not really a careless thing. How would he know? It'd be careless in a dangerous situation, yes. Or if hiding from someone, careless. Not just opening a drawer. Oh, it's the same thing. Might as well open it.
Next round's on me. Promise.
Why does this guy's business card open a register? Well, then again, this is an old-fashioned register, so maybe that's how you easily open it.
Yes. Come to Daddy. Oi. Oi.
No, I'm not gonna make it.
Life would be so much easier with that in my jacket pocket. What? No. No, please. I'm having a really shit day, and you've just made it worse. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Lord. Ha! What? No, come on, you piece of shit. Don't do this to me. Antique rubbish. Give them to me. Give me my cigarettes! Right, you. That's it. I'm gonna go and get my key grip, and they are gonna kick the shit out of you.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm still in the bar.
I think it's dinner time. We should get everyone else.
Okay, I'm coming. And I'm coming back for you with a fucking pry bar.
Are you alone in there? Who's that behind the bar?
What?
There was no point to that jump scare of Pablo being homeless behind that guy.
You want to shoot now?
None whatsoever. Reasons why? The cigarette indicated at the bottom of the screen. Find another way to get the cigarettes out of the container. That's what it said directly at the bottom left, right above the consumables. Find a way for Charlie to get the cigarettes from out of the container. Or the dispenser. So, if it's telling you you have to find a way to get the cigarettes out of the dispenser, it wouldn't just kill off Charlie just there. Otherwise, what's the point of telling you to find a way to get the cigarettes out of the dispenser? So, got a little screw up right there. And if I walk directly to the left, there would be nothing there except the dummy and register. So moving forward initiated the cutscene. So he wasn't going to die anyway. So what was the point of doing something like that after just stating the obvious? You got to find it. So that's a hiccup right there. So I'm going to take a point off of that. I don't think that they're paying attention to the detail in this game. At least not so far. So now I'm back down to a 5.6. Some things are good, stories are good, but every now and again you see little things that don't make sense. And it happens more than once. It's not just a one-time thing. It happened more than once. Don't make sense that they would just give off their cell phones completely and not have some type of backup. Don't make sense that a guy that's scared of heights would trek up a hill to a lighthouse with Charlie at the beginning. Don't make sense. Don't make sense that a guy that smokes and is a chain smoker is actually in charge of people to do this. Well, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. But so far, there are three things that don't make sense. One, the cell phone. Two, well, actually, there's more like three. Actually, no. The cell phone things kind of make sense if it's talking about privacy. So there are actually three. They're not four. Cell phone stuff is kind of understandable, but at the same time, you'll always be on the defensive. The three are actually don't make sense. Is the whole scene with Charlie right there, and the cut scene and indication of Charlie to find cigarettes. The second one was with regards to this guy right here being afraid of heights, but yet he went up the lighthouse. Don't make sense. And I believe the third one was the hell was the third one? They got on the boat. I mean, they got on the ferry. They got here. The men told them to get inside the house. Got inside the house. The girls went on their way, pretending to be hurt. Then investigate. Walked over certain places. Found certain things. Guy in the raincoat is seen. Blah blah blah. The murder video about Manny, and then girls having their little love scene, and then they're about to start filming soon, and Dumet running off with her daughter on the ferry. There are three things. I don't remember the third one. Thought it was the cell phone. There's three of them I know for sure. It doesn't make sense. There are three things that don't make sense at this point, right now. I don't remember what the third one is. I'm trying to remember every scene leading up to here. Was it something they found?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. There's a third one that doesn't make sense. If there have been 5 people who sign into the register, or registrar, however you want to call it, sign in notebook, checking in notebook, or check-in book. 5 individuals September, 5 individuals October, and now these 5 individuals are here. Also including the skeleton crew that did the work on the house, as well as the woman and her crew as well, who went to the grand opening. I'm assuming there's a grand opening, and she went. So let's say she didn't go to grand opening. Still, her skeleton crew died by a lake. The not believable, doesn't make sense, is that out of all these 3 different individuals that died, the ones that died in September, the ones that died in October, and then that skeleton crew as well, that none of them have family members, that someone has come looking for them, or the game hasn't told us that someone has come looking for them yet. Maybe that's the thing. We haven't got to the part of the story where it's revealed that someone might have come looking for them, or any indications. Maybe we'll find it as a secret moving forward. But still, if this place is suspicious and suspect by police officers, there's only a matter of time before it gets shut down. and gets rated. But they have to be some type of clues to indicate this. So if this game doesn't show any type of information that someone might be looking for them, relatives, or anything like that, I call bullshit. So those are the three mistakes. I knew there was three of them, three big ones. One, the cigarette scene with Charlie, and Charlie has to find a way to get cigarettes. Two, the guy who's afraid of heights, yet he went up to the lighthouse with Charlie. Don't make sense. It's like whoever made the game gave him the ability to be afraid of heights, but yet they forget at the beginning that he was going to be trekked up to the lighthouse with Charlie. And then three, there's several different groups of people missing, and no one has come looking for them, or any information about police or anyone warning these people from going here. Maybe the game will show this, but if the game does not, then that's a huge misstep. That's a huge fall right there with regards to the story itself. So hopefully that's not the case, and we get to see someone associated or information of some investigation into this place has been done. Because this place has been here since September. The grand opening was probably before September. But if it was in September, that's September, October. And I'm assuming that we're probably in the month of November or later months. So this place has been open for more than at least 2 or more months now. So investigation of this place has probably reached the ears of the police force. So if there's no source of investigation whatsoever, private or tactical investigation by the police force or inspectors, I call bullshit. No, that's not realistic. For a game trying to make things be believable.
If we get it shot in the bank, maybe Charlie will stop rewriting everything I come up with.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
What?
Nothing. Just give me a sec, and I'll be good to go.
I'm supposed to buy nothing is eating away at you?
Yes.
How many times have you cleaned that lens?
I'm just prepping my gear.
Really?
Yeah.
Always focusing on the detail, Mark. What about taking a huge risk and just do something? I watched you fuss for a whole week before you turned down that job offer, all because you had to take one extra train to get there.
The job wasn't the right move. The train thing confirmed it.
Flynn? See, I don't buy it.
You don't have to buy it. Come on, let's just shoot this.
Let's use natural light so we can do it alone.
Didn't the lobby have skylight?
I don't remember. I just want to look decent.
You look good in any light. I'm not worried.
You trying to butter me up?
Yes. Is it working?
Marginally.
I'll take it.
Mark, why are you letting them all think I broke up with you? I feel like if Jamie knew the truth, she might back off.
I mean, they all just assumed.
I can't decide if that's sweet or selfish. Or both.
We're hitting the golden hour. We should be able to find a good spot.
I don't know why you camera dorks call it that. It's 15 minutes at best.
Yes and no, if you have the right reflector.
15 minutes at the most. Look, let's go find some light and get started. Thanks for doing this.
You're only asking me because your arms are too short for a good selfie angle.
My arms are not short. Where to?
The balcony would make for a cool angle.
Let's find a way up there. How's the new place?
It'll do for now.
Do you like it?
It's just a place to keep my shit and crash. Short-term lease, so I can take my time to find something I really like.
That's... smart plan.
You said I needed to be out, so I got out.
I was complimenting you.
Yeah, just saying.
I was worried you'd be sleeping on the couch in the studio while you obsessed over finding the perfect place with the right wall color near the proper train station or bus stop or...
Maybe we should just add this topic to our discussion no-fly zone list.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So, since we can't do it tomorrow, is next weekend okay to come and get my stuff? Am I crazy, or did we not come from this direction?
Whoa there, bucko.
I was just checking for a light.
Remember our talk about boundaries? I need my room to be my private, safe place.
Sometimes I'm glad we went to therapy. Other times, it makes for some weird-ass rules.
So someone in this game is obsessed. Maybe the building owner or the guy who created this place is obsessed with boat crashes. Or boat crashing. Or boats getting destroyed. They're obsessed with boats. But not just boats themselves. Boats, something happening to boats. Either boats traveling or boats crashing or something is happening with boats. Then there's this one picture of like devils in water. But basically this person is more obsessed with things in water or on water. This one, for example, unrelated to water. But every now and again, you get nothing but more pictures of boats.
There's something back here. So if Dumet catches us in here, are we breaking one of his rules?
You did say not to go wandering.
And we did practically bust the door down and get in here.
We?
So maybe we should take care.
Probably.
Shit. That scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I feel like Dumet is the kind of dude who loses his shit if you break his rules.
Oh, what was your first clue? When he took away our phones like we were kind of teenagers? Huh. Guess we're not totally alone. This takes me back. I used to carve the hell out of my desk in middle school.
Rebel.
interesting. All these children were born at Oaks Hospital. And all these children are about around the same age, almost around the same age. And all these children, I believe, have names of people that signed in the registrars. I know Hall, for instance, had the last name Hall, people that were signed in. So I might assume, based on this, that the people that were invited here weren't randoms. They were actually people that were keeping track on when they had their children or grandchildren. They kept track of these people at this hospital. So this hospital has to play a part with what's going on. Because if it was random, it would be different hospitals, but it's the same hospitals. So this person specifically goes to this hospital to find specific individuals. These aren't random people. They were selected.
Look at this wallpaper. This is...
Annie Sherman, born January 1, 1956. Come on. You know all this. What do you want? What's this? Huh. You've been doing your research, haven't you, Special Agent Monday? What are my favorite television programs? Describe my first pet? What were your friends like as a child? What is this? You taking a survey, you're trying to learn something. Would it kill you to be direct? You wanted to know what inspired me? As if I wasn't an original? Well, maybe there was one man I found myself a little fascinated by. Henry Howard Holmes. Why? Because he was numero uno. America's first. The guy invented the trade. He set the benchmark, you know? Learn your history, Monday. Read a book. You think because I stuck a blade in some people and get off on it, I'm not smart? I, allegedly killed 13 people before you got smart enough to find me.
Looks like Dumet is trying to preserve things.
Can't be easy all the way out here.
I like antiques as much as the next person, but at some point you have to give up the ghost. Rot is gonna set in.
Right. That's it.
What?
Since we got here, I've been smelling something faint, distant. Can't place it. It's decay.
Yeah, that's called dead bodies, my friend.
Old house. Island beaches with dead fish, animals in the wood. Could be anything.
Yes, there's a lot of
Whatever
dead things
it is,
around
it's
here.
dead as hell.
If it's not Manny that went after these people, then it's definitely the person that's in here. It's trying to replicate what Manny has done and his fascination for H.H. Holmes.
There's gotta be a way through.
Same book. Looks like the same book. Yeah. Same book. Moving forward. That's a ladder here. So I'm about to hop off in about 30 minutes. I give these ones like 3 hours per day. I heard this game is a long one compared to the other ones. Compared to House of Ashes, Little Hope. This is a pretty long one. So if this is longer than House of Ashes, then it's a good idea that I'll do these for 3 hours. Otherwise, I'll be here all March as well as February. The only reason I like games is investigation. Who done it? Who, what, where, when, how. It doesn't necessarily have to be a killer. It could just be an incident. I like that game Control. Control was also about who done it. Didn't have any serial killers in there, but it was a who done and how these things happen.
Keep your head down.
Wait, so I can't go back? The hell? That's why this is not really a game. This is just a cinematic game. There's certain things they decide to do and certain things they don't. We've done that with all the games. It makes no sense. It's like you want to tell them, hey, when will you guys get your act together? But they're not going to do it because they're not making a video game. They're making a movie. It just happened to be played in game format, so it can't be exactly like a video game. So far, the pacing of this game is slower than that of House of Ashes, which isn't a good thing. I know it's paranoia, I know it's in close area. It feels like the same pace of Little Hope, so hopefully things pick up a little bit further. So I climbed down. What did I do? I climbed down this ladder. There's a door here, but it's locked. window here. Oh, I'm supposed to jump across there. There's no way. No way I could jump across there. Might have to push. Or pull this. Yeah, there you go. Jump on this and then jump over there.
This should work.
Mark, you okay in there?
I'll be right back. You can do this. Got it.
Come on. It's not that high.
My vertigo is saying otherwise. What are you worried about, Miss Always Be Camera Ready? You look amazing as usual. Kate, check this out. It's his hat.
Who?
H.H. Holmes. Fuck!
You okay?
No! This fucking thing popped out of nowhere. See?
What is it? Some kind of animatronic?
Yeah, a fucked up looking one.
It can't hurt you.
It scared you.
It scared you twice.
Hey, Charlie, it's 8. Dinner time.
Damn it. We didn't get anything.
There's still time.
Come on, let's not keep Charlie waiting or we'll never hear the end of it.
Hey, be civil with Charlie.
He's the one who chose to be uncivil blowing up on me when all I did was my job. I'm the one doing the talking on camera, not him.
Come on, you came in hot on him and you know it. Not that you're wrong, but you know he meets anger with more anger.
This is on him, Mark, not me.
I know Charlie can be a pain in the ass.
Did you see his notes?
Yeah, I saw them.
I can't say half the shit he writes. It may look good on the page, but there's more to it. I'm trying to help, and he throws it back in my face.
Because he thinks you're just trying to get content for your showreel.
What if I was?
That's how directors have to be. It's their job. They have a vision. Ego has to play into it a little bit. That's why I just shut up and point the camera.
That doesn't mean he has to be an asshole.
No, but imagine if you were in his shoes, 40-something, still waiting for your big break. Kate, this show is the closest he'll ever have to success.
I guess. Doesn't matter. One way or another, I am moving on from Lanet Entertainment.
Good for you. That's That's definitely the right call for where your career is going.
That sounded very sincere.
Because it is.
Charlie would replace us in a second if he wouldn't be inconveniencing himself. He's using us. I deserve better than this. So do you. We all do.
What a stunning performance. You should give up news and be an actress. I was quite moved by all that. Fucking Oscar-worthy.
You don't know what we were talking about.
I heard enough, thank you. I know what betrayal sounds like. I'm particularly disappointed in you, Mark. Whatever your future plans may be, right now, you work for Lonnet Entertainment. And Lonnet Entertainment employees are meeting for dinner to speak with our host.
Charlie, I'm sorry.
And Lonnet employees are professionals, yes? So start acting like it.
Great. Happy? You have a future, and now I don't.
That man is a goddamn child, and somehow we all sink to his level.
Hey, guys. Think it's okay if we pour some wine?
God, please do.
Has anyone seen Mr. Dumet? Shouldn't we wait for him?
Just poor Mark.
Let's all just relax. We just sat down, give the man a moment. He's the host.
I haven't seen a soul here aside from the groundskeeper. He's probably cooking dinner himself. Ah, Mr. Dumet! I love what you've done with your hair. We started on the wine. Hope that's all right with
Dumet? Yeah, that dude ain't coming.
Wait, why?
He saw all the snide things you tweeted from his limo.
I didn't.
What are you talking about, Jamie?
He got back aboard the ferry and left.
What? When?
Right after we got to our rooms.
He just left.
You're sure?
Can't be. You must be mistaken.
I'm not blind. I know what I saw.
Why would he leave?
That makes no sense.
They're in a big-ass hurry. Guess you were right. There was some kid here.
I saw them together when I was looking for my room.
Another perfect Charles Lonnet plan comes together. What's our next step, boss? Swim for shore?
Why would he invite us here and to dinner and then just leave?
I'm sure he has his reasons. Who knows what could have cropped up?
Maybe he ordered pizza for dinner and the dock is as far as they deliver.
This could work to our advantage.
How?
Well, think about it. We're still here, surrounded by perfect visuals. The plan is still on track.
There has to be a legit reason he left. We shouldn't leap to conclusions.
Guys, am I the only one who's getting really freaked out by this place? And by Mr. Dumet? As much as it pains me from the depths of my soul to say it, I'm starting to side with Jamie on this one.
Thank you.
Lower your voices.
Why? He's not here.
But that doesn't explain why he's ditched out on us.
He had to go back to establish an alibi.
What are you...
You know, so when our bodies wash up on the other side of the lake, he has plausible deniability.
Oh, God, Jamie.
Can you stop trying to make this worse?
You're not helping.
Okay, fine. Just don't come crying to me if you end up dead.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
Guess you never found your cigarettes.
The bitch of it is, I did find a machine, but just like everything else in this fucking place, it's ancient and broken.
So what are we doing? We just gonna sit here and pretend to eat? What's the plan, Charlie?
The plan? In true lawn and entertainment fashion, we're going to sit with our thumbs in our asses until a panic deadline looms over us, and then we'll just throw some shit together and I'll save it with a voiceover.
What?
Well, here's to Topeka no longer being the worst decision Charlie has ever made.
All right, enough. I'd like to propose a toast. It seems as if this may well be our last supper as a team, given how you've all been acting. Me and my apostles. Just wait. Give me a moment. I can't decide who the Judas is. I've got so many options.
And of course, you're the martyr.
You're going to find out very soon that you won't get very far without being a team player, Kate.
Enough Sunday school bullshit. Charlie, what's your problem now?
You know, you don't always have to get a word in, Jamie. You do your best work when you're silent. Trust me.
Come on, Charlie. You want us to rally behind you. Stop treating us like crap.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm on edge without smoke. Let's just all relax.
So, we just gonna sit here and drink waiting for Demet to show up to his own party?
His house, his rules. I'm sure we'd all rather be shooting.
Or at home watching TV.
But we have to make the best of it until he shows.
What do we do? We're like alone here. We don't have our phones.
It's not like we can leave until he's back. May as well keep busy.
Let's just shoot. Come on.
He knows what we're here to do. He can't act like we're breaking his rules.
Well, unless there's something he doesn't want us to shoot.
Come on. I'm dying.
All right. Let's set up. All right, everyone grab what they need and we'll meet in the lobby. Let's be as professional as possible from here on in, please. No mistakes. Perfection. If he comes back, I don't want him to see us fucking about or arguing.
Good call. We're on it. Right, guys?
Fantastic. I love to hear that.
Shouldn't take me long at all.
Great. Great. Great.
Hello? Guys? Is that you?
Okay, so I'm starting to get annoyed with the breathing. Alright, she doesn't smoke, so why is she breathing heavily? From just walking. She's just walking. This is a standard walk. Why is she breathing so heavily? Oh my god. It's like they didn't think about certain things. Like, no one breathes this heavy while they're walking, unless they have some type of problem. So, is the game trying to tell me that as they're scared her she start breathing heavily because of her asthma? Well, she's in the same boat as the guy who smokes, but his situation is that he smokes. Hers is asthma. Who else is going to start breathing heavy?
my don't be scared song. Sing it and I won't be scared long.
Damn it.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't press the damn thing. So, if I don't interact with something, it triggers. So what happens when I do interact with it? It doesn't trigger, and the door doesn't close. The same thing happened with the African American guy, Mark. He didn't touch Holmes' hat, but yet the hat, because he didn't decide to touch Holmes' hat, the hat triggered anyway. So what happens when I touch something? It won't trigger. If it triggers, if items that I pick up trigger, even if I touch it, then not touching it triggers it still. what the hell's going on in this game. I like the suspense and I like the claustrophobia so far. But I don't know what's going on with the decision making for certain things and certain characters and behaviors in the game. That seems to be very poor. If I don't touch something, how could it be triggered? By not touching it, it triggers itself? I don't know. There's nothing at the beginning that says doing nothing can sometimes be detrimental, whereas taking the actions can sometimes save your life. There was nothing like that at the beginning. And yes, the curator did say sometimes decisions you make would create certain actions and consequences. But I don't see how not touching a hat would create a surprise for the thing to pop out. You would think touching something would initiate it rather than not touching it at all. I don't know. I got to continue this. I'm going to continue this on Sunday. So far, it goes up. The horror aspects of it just went up a little. So it's back up to 5.7. And then the claustrophobia is also good. So 5.8. But then the whole touching items aspect of the game is so terrible. So it goes right back down to 5.7 again. So every time this goddamn game climbs up, it just falls back down again. That's starting to piss me off. It goes up and then it goes back down again. Every time I think it's getting good, things are dark and horror and all that stuff is happening. And then all of a sudden some shit happens. It makes no damn sense. So I'll just continue, like, let's see what time it is. Yeah, I'll continue this. Well, I don't have to work tomorrow, so I don't know. Maybe. What time is it? I give it 30 more minutes. This will probably be the longest one. I just want to see what happens to the girl. I want to see how decision making works. So far, this is like the most you could give this game so far right now is a 6. 6. It hasn't even reached a 7 yet. I'm not really impressed by it. I'm impressed by how the story is going, and I'm impressed by the claustrophobia and the darkness of the mansion, but not exactly how the story of these characters being here. That's not what I'm interested. I'm interested in how the story is set up, not the story itself. So let's continue.
Breakers. Katie's getting creative with Charlie's script.
Go to sleep. Mince is cool.
Yeah, you're probably right. I should go to sleep. I mean, I don't really play these games for the entertainment value of others. I do it mostly to evaluate it so I could tell people or people would hear me talk about it to state if the game is good enough. Because, as usual, people who are in the business of video gaming and streaming, sometimes they will lie to you. Whereas people like myself, who has nothing to gain from it, will just give you the brutal, honest opinion because no one's paying me for it. So far, the game is a 5.7. Now, if you want to if you want to know my opinion on it, the game's a 5.7 now. It goes up, it goes down. If you weren't here for the first video, I'll tell you right now, it's not going good. The claustrophobia is great. The paranoia is great. The sequence of transition of the story is great. How things are developing is great. The story itself is not bad. I mean, the story itself is bad. The characters aren't great. How you interact with things aren't really that great. And the logic of certain characters doesn't make sense. There's a dude that hates heights, but yet he climbed all the way up to a light tower. But yeah, so far this game is getting close to a 6. I typically start the game off from this midsection 5, and then move them up to 6, and then to 7, and to 8, based on everything I'm seeing. And I haven't gotten into furniture and interior designing yet. But if I was to give that, I would give a 0.4 that, which will get it to 5.8.
You're not lying, the game is bad.
The game is very bad. It's, if I was to put it between that of, from their first game Until Dawn to, well, Until Dawn wasn't their first game, but their first popular game Until Dawn to The Quarry, which was their last game in comparison to this. This would fall at, the Low Hope wasn't good either, but it was interesting. So far, the pacing of this is worse than Low Hope, and characters in Low Hope are kind of more interesting than characters here. I would say this is equal to that of Low Hope, which means it's their 4th best game. Until Dawn is still the best. Second runner-up would be The Quarry. Third runner-up would be Low Hope. Fourth runner-up will be this game. Fifth runner-up will be House of Ashes. And sixth runner-up is their god-awful worst one, Man of Medan. So if this game is in the 4th place, then that means it doesn't even merit the gold medal or the silver or even the bronze. It's just not good. I'm hoping, see, I heard this game is very long. I'm hoping that this is a pace-inducing thing. So as the scare and the fear and the factor and the paranoia and the hatred and the terror slowly keeps rising as you pour more water into the jug. If that does happen, then it would exceed Low Hope, if that does happen. And it would exceed Quarry with regards to the fear and paranoia. And that will put it at the 3rd place, right under The Quarry. If it does a better job than Low Hope with regards to fear and paranoia, I'll put this in 3rd place. Easy in 3rd place, even though the story is not that good. I don't really play these games for stories anyway. I play them for the fair and see how good they do the scary story. But the story is very important as well, how to set up. So the story's not that good. I believe Little Hope is just slightly above it, and this falls into fourth place. So it's 3 hours and some change, and I'm about to go to sleep. Yes. If you want, you could rewatch the video and see all the painstaking, annoying things that happened while I was playing. Especially that dude that claims that he's afraid of heights, Mark. But yet he climbed all the way to the damn light tower with Charlie at the beginning of the game. It makes no goddamn sense. Oh yes, and the big one. Here's the big one. Here it is. Here's the big one. Right here. It took them 4. This is the fourth game. It took them 4 anthology games for them to include running in here. Are you shitting me? Running. It took them that long just to include running. That's one of the things I minus it from the game. So, yeah, for right now, Erin from dying. This is her fate. I didn't touch it. There was a jukebox with a little girl crying in the jukebox in a very dark room. I refused to touch it. That's another thing you gotta take away from the game. Apparently, if you decide not to touch things, shit happens anyway. So what happens if I touch the Jack in the Box? The Jack in the Box pop out. But what if I refuse to touch the Jack in the Box? The Jack in the Box still pop out. That's her fate. That's her fate. She's fated to die in that room. But I didn't touch a damn thing, and she's not dead yet. It was a fake out. But her death, it says, found in noises. So I'm guessing, here's what I'm trying to save someone here. Found in opportunity. And found opportunity means either the lighthouse is called Opportunity, or you get an opportunity to save these people. And the reason why that boat blew up because the lighthouse, the light from the lighthouse couldn't guide them, and they couldn't see the rocks, and thus the boat crashed into the rocks because the lighthouse light wasn't working. So if I could save whoever is going to be on that boat from crashing and exploding onto the rocks, then this premonition gave me the opportunity to initiate turning on the light from the lighthouse. Same as this one. If I could save someone on the island that I'm on right now from
He come back to life at the end when everyone died.
Well, if Holmes is really the killer, then I'm like, what the hell? So we're dealing with ghosts now? Let's look at the logic of this situation. In the entire anthology, all these things were associated with what happened in House of Ashes. The aliens in House of Ashes, whatever they are, whatever they came from, wherever they came from, whatever remains from their existence cause type of hallucination, which infects human beings and make them go crazy. Maybe it does turn them into beasts, or maybe it makes people hallucinate and think they're seeing beasts. And whoever took that product, took it and got on the ship in Man Medan and caused everyone to go crazy in Man Medan, thus they die. Then that person went and lived in Little Hope, caused havoc in Little Hope, and eventually that whatever happened to Little Hope eventually dies as well. So if what's happened in House of Ashes has to do with these aliens or this product that caused, let's say there are no aliens, that is a product that caused people to think they see aliens. Whatever this product this person took has to be somewhat associated with what's happening in this game. A dude cannot come back from the dead unless something initiates him to come back from the dead. We're not really dealing with ghosts here, because whatever happened in House of Ashes whatever happened in Little Hope, whatever happened in Man of Medan, they're all connected. And the monsters in each of those games are very different. So in this one, if Holmes is Ghost, we're dealing with ghosts now. Whereas in House of Ashes, we were dealing with vampires. Whereas in Little Hope, you're dealing with demons. And whereas in Man of Medan, you're also dealing with, I believe, also ghosts, specters. So you can't do the whole ghost thing again because you can only have one monster per game. So if they're doing ghosts again...
So how many times did you play this game?
This is my first time, but I'm evaluating the entire anthology since they're all connected, you see. They can't have the same monster all over again. Holmes cannot come back from the dead and it be a ghost, because if he's a ghost, then they just repeated the same shit from the first one. Whereas hallucination, and there really aren't no ghosts, it is gas. So are they telling me that in Man of Medan, there was no ghost, it was hallucination caused by whatever they found in House of Ashes? So there was nothing there, just people killing people? But if that's the case, whatever they found in there, left from aliens or whatever, also caused those people to kill each other within House of Ashes, and also caused those people to kill each other within Little Hope, which also caused what's going on here for possibly people to be killing each other. So they can't be, Holmes can't have come back from the dead. It has to be tied to what happened in that archaeology dig up in House of Ashes. Otherwise, if it deviates from that and there actually truly is a Holmes ghost, then what the fuck was the point from the first 3 games? And what connections do they have to those 3 games? Remember, it's an anthology. This is not its own thing. It's attached to the anthology. It has to be related to those things because it's part of an anthology. It's not like Until Dawn or The Quarry. It's not its own thing. It's part of an overall arching story. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a day. If it's true that it's actually Holmes from the dead, I will say, what? Are you shitting me? There are no real fucking ghosts. Because if they're real fucking ghosts, then there were real fucking vampires in House of Ashes. There were real demons in Little Hope. And there were real ghosts in the first one, Man of Medan. But we know that not to be the case based on what was discovered in House of Ashes, as well as in Little Hope, as well as in Man of Medan, was hallucination from some type of product. So what the hell? The product that was found in House of Ashes isn't real? Or the product that was found in House of Ashes can bring people back from the dead? Or can create aliens? Or make demons? So whatever the hell this product is, so you tell me this product brought Holmes back to life from the dead. It has to be something. It has to be an explanation for this. If it's not explained at the end of the game what this thing is, and it actually truly Holmes came back from the dead, with no explanation of how he came back from the dead, nothing, no explanation, and it has no ties to do with House of Ashes, then this game is on a totally different level from the other one and has nothing to do with the anthology. So I'm going to sleep. Whoever watches this, including you as well, you could go over it. I'm really deep into the whole anthology series of the.
Night. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive deeper into the game. I already know what happened in all 3 games. I want to see how things turn out in the end. There has to be a deeper explanation, and they have to be a true bad guy. They have to be a true bad guy. The curator who sits there in the first game, Man of Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, and in this one, he's not just sitting there for a reason. He specifically is telling all these stories. They're all connected, and there must be a main bad guy at the end of this rainbow, or end of the story, that's causing all this. It can't just be they're all individual, separate stories. They're all connected somehow. There has to be an answer to why they're connected. All right, so I'm going to call it quits.